Sometimes the hardest truth in life is not failure, not pain, not delay, but realization. The quiet, uncomfortable realization that everything you have been searching for outside of yourself has always been dependent on something internal, something deeply personal, something as simple yet as powerful as a decision. Because when you strip life down to its core, beyond excuses, beyond timing, beyond circumstance, you begin to see that the distance between where you are and where you want to be is not guarded by luck or talent or opportunity, but by hesitation, by delay, by the moments you tell yourself not now instead of right now. And this is where the Stoics step in with a clarity that cuts through illusion like silence cutting through noise. Because Epictetus taught that we are not disturbed by events themselves, but by our judgment of them. Meaning the external world does not control our suffering, our interpretation does. And if interpretation is within our control, then so is transformation, so is direction, so is the entire quality of our life experience. And yet, despite knowing this, most people remain trapped in a cycle of waiting, waiting to feel ready, waiting for confidence, waiting for clarity, waiting for motivation that rarely stays long enough to matter. But the truth that Stoicism forces you to confront is that readiness is not a prerequisite for action.
There comes a point in every real transformation where motivation stops being enough, where inspiration fades into silence, and where what remains is something far more demanding and far more powerful: discipline. Not the kind that feels exciting or emotional, but the kind that feels quiet, grounded, and almost invisible from the outside. Because true discipline does not announce itself, it does not seek validation, and it does not depend on how you feel in the moment. Instead, it simply continues. And this continuation is where the Stoics lived mentally, because they understood something that most people overlook entirely: that life is not shaped by occasional effort, but by consistent action repeated over time. And so when you begin to act like the best version of yourself, you are not stepping into a role temporarily. You are building a structure internally that must be maintained regardless of emotional state, regardless of external chaos, and regardless of whether anyone notices. And this is where most people struggle, because they rely on feeling ready before they act. They wait for confidence before they begin. They wait for clarity before they move. But Stoic philosophy dismantles this dependency completely by reminding you that action creates clarity, not the other way around. And Epictetus would repeatedly emphasize that while external events are beyond our control, our response is